Singapore next March, Money 2020 Asia will bring together an all-inclusive, senior audience of key industry players from right across the region to connect, to inspire, and to learn, as is the signature of Money 2020 globally.
In one side, cooperating with our local partners in various countries, including Paytm in India, Ascend in Thailand, Mint in Vietnam, KakaoPay in South Korea, and many more. And you probably have seen that we have announced that our investment into these companies in the past year. What is it? It's not a technology white label solution. It's a deep cooperation where we try with these partners to build a successful wallet in the market, hopefully another successful case of Alipay in that local market.
I get excited about almost everything I look at, I have to tell you. I love talking to entrepreneurs. I love getting my head around a new business opportunity or a new way of thinking about a business problem. I really think of what we're all doing here is we're disaggregating traditional financial services, and we're reimagining the components of that. Some of those components can scale within the traditional institutional structure and can be proprietary. Some can scale as services to the traditional industry, and some can scale very significantly independent of that. So just finding those elements and speaking to really smart entrepreneurs that have an independent thought process and really original capabilities that they're building is exciting to me.
I think the era of plastic will be history. There will be a much more digital enablement, alternate to that.
And when do you see this happening?
I see it very fast, because if you look at all big card companies,
5 years?
Much less than that.
By design, the internet is borderless, and everyone needs shoes. Whether it's eBay, Etsy, Katawiki, or others, commerce on the internet is a story of international marketplaces and platforms. So this is a winning idea. How hard can it be? As many of you likely know, the answer is quite hard. The internet may be borderless, but when it comes to online commerce, we've grafted borders back onto the map. And these borders create problems that are by turns regulatory, cultural, and technological. Now, before anyone can buy shoes on your marketplace, you have to find people to sell them. So you create a web form to onboard interested sellers. Then you hit your first problem. I call this the identity crisis of money on the internet. How do you know that your sellers are whom they say they are? How do you know they won't launder money on your marketplace? How do you know they won't use it for terrorist financing? What information do you collect and what do you validate it against? And how do you do all of this scalably and cheaply?
The user becomes the controlling party of the information. You have a profile, you can see what type of information have you uploaded, what has been verified, but most of all, you can see who have you allowed access to. So now I actually, as a person, are in control of watching, hey, I gave this bank this information at that time. Of course, this creates a lot of value. We reuse the information, easy. We let the user own their own data, easy. So there's a lot of benefits doing this. And best of all, we're the friends of the regulators. We help comply with this type of hassle that is the cost of KYC. Hey, reach the key points. Thank you.
Before, if someone wanted to steal money, they literally had to point a gun at you. Today, they do it behind a computer and a keyboard halfway through the world. So armed guards no longer make for good security. Strategies need to be put in place that deal with the fact that everything is now digital. Information as zeros transmitted across satellites and cell towers. So this brings us to a point where we need new tools to keep up with our evolving economy. We need new tools that are flexible enough and dynamic enough that can keep up with new payment methodologies, with new payment approaches. We also need tools that evolve with customers and their own needs. It's all about frictionless experiences, all about putting in the customer the power and the freedom to do with their own data whatever they feel like.